This episode is sponsored by Mint Mobile. Okay, do you say data or data? I think I say data. I definitely say data. No matter how you say it, you do not need to be paying a fortune for your data plan. And with Mint Mobile, you don't have to because they have premium wireless plans that start at just $15 a month. You could be saving so much money with Mint Mobile. We all could be saving so much money with Mint Mobile. So again, no matter how you say it, data or data, don't overpay for it. Shop data plans at mintmobile.com/Shannon. That's mintmobile.com/Shannon. Upfront payment of $45 for 3 months, 5 gigabyte plan required, which is equivalent to $15 a month. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Then full price plans available. Then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees are extra. See Mint Mobile for details. This episode is sponsored by Skims. If you're like me, you've been hearing the hype about Skims for a long time, but I just finally tried it for the first time, and the hype is real. The hype is real. The hype is deserved. The bras that they make are so comfortable, and the material that they're made out of, I don't know what it is, but it does feel amazing. I think it will be the only bra I wear from here on out. The Fits Everybody collection is like the one that I've been wearing, and they're so comfortable, and they're also like not very frilly or girly. They're very like gender neutral looking bras, in my opinion. Showing this just exposes how small my boobs are, but this is the bra that I've been wearing from them, and I like it because I can wear it underneath my white t-shirts and you can't see it, and it also doesn't squeeze you in a way where you like can see that you have a bra on, which personally I really appreciate. Shop Skims Ultimate Bra Collection and more at skims.com. Or Skims LA flagship on Sunset Boulevard. After you place your order, make sure you tell them that I sent you. Select podcast in the survey, and then with the drop down, select my podcast so they know I sent you there. This episode is sponsored by Shopify. When I first started this podcast, it felt like every day there was a new thing to try to figure out. And honestly, even a year later, it still feels like that sometimes. Finding the right tool to not only help you, but also simplify whatever you're doing is so essential, and Shopify is that for e-commerce. I've used Shopify for years. For everything I've ever sold, I've always used Shopify. I think it is the best platform, and if you're looking for a platform to start a business, look no further. Turn your big business idea into with Shopify on your side. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/exes, all lowercase. That's shopify.com/exes. Okay, hi guys, welcome back to X's and O's. I'm your host, Shannon Beveridge, and today we have another throwback episode with G-Flip, who has new music coming out soon, so keep an eye out. If you haven't been watching their socials, they've been rolling out some new stuff to tease it, and it's so good. And if you didn't watch this episode when it came out, please watch it. It is so funny. It's also so weird to see my hair short and like my old set. It's very nostalgic. So what do I have to say about my life? Just same old, except for not really. So much is changing and I just can't talk to you about it yet. But so soon I will be telling you the stuff that is happening, which I'm very excited about. I'm very excited for change. What did I do this week? I got sick after Coachella, as you know, so then half the week I was just recovering. And then I was with Vanessa, and then Vanessa got sick, so we were just falling apart at the seams. But we also filmed some things, we shot some stuff. I had to do a photo shoot when I was sickly, so that was good. I also did, I think this week you would have seen, I did the thing with Flaunt Magazine that also came out. I just want you to know I was also sick that day. I was throwing up in between every picture that I was taking because I don't know. At first I thought it was like a food poisoning thing. Still to this day, I'm not really sure what was going on with me, but I was so ill, and just the pictures, I'm like, they turned out so good. I can't believe between the makeup artist and the photographer and the hair person, whatever, and the stylist, everyone crushed, but I was so ill. So yeah, if you want, you could go back and look at that now and see if you can tell. What else? I keep trying to talk about how I'm having like a hard time with, I'm having a hard time with sharing how I'm feeling right now about life. I just am like so torn on talking about some things that have been bothering me and like going back and forth on what to say and what not to say. And if I should say anything. And I think, like, I wasn't expecting to say this right now, but I think that my approach with the internet for so long has always been like, don't say anything and let things blow over. And I know in some ways that has like benefited me by not talking about things and like trying to, just put my head down and let them go away. But it's also bothering me so much, like years of kind of like not saying things that I want to clear up or like talk about. I don't know. I feel I've been having a hard time. I've been having a hard time, and I think that it's weird because if you're watching from, like, I've been talking to my friends, I talk about what I'm feeling, in real life all the time, but I had a conversation with Vanessa and she was like, I think it's just hard because right now, if you're just looking at your social media from like another person's perspective, it seems like you're fine. Like like if you guys are watching, it seems like I'm fine or like I'm unbothered or whatever. And that's not true. But like there's this part of me that like that's also like a self-protection of like, oh, well, if they don't know, then I feel safer. But then I'm also feeling so like muted, or like I can't talk, like I can't stick up for myself, or I can't talk about like my own stuff and my own feelings. I don't know. This isn't going to make any sense. I'm just in a rock and a hard place right now, I think, and struggling to know. I'm always struggling. I think that's a thing with social media. Like I'm always struggling to know what to say and what not to say. And I look back years ago and I'm like, did I make the right decision on what I said and what I didn't say then? And I feel like I'm going to have the same feeling about right now. But I'm trying to find a way to communicate more authentically, because I just think right now I'm feeling very disconnected and like not authentic. Like I'm not being myself because I'm not sharing how I'm actually feeling, or like, but yeah, I don't know if this is going to make any sense. Like I'm not being forthcoming about where I'm at, but at the same time I'm like doing that to protect myself because I'm like, I don't want to be vulnerable. I feel like sometimes I'm like, oh my God, I've been vulnerable online for so long. Like I've been sharing for so long that a part of me now, I'm like, ugh, when things happen and I feel misunderstood, a part of me wants to just like disappear and not say anything at all. But then it's really hard to do that when I have a weekly podcast where I'm having to sit down and like talk. So I'm just like really struggling, I think. I don't know if this makes any sense. It's just, that's how I've been feeling. Like I feel very disconnected and like I don't really want to be on camera, and like I'm struggling, and like today I'm filming my podcast with guests, so I'm like, oh, I have to, and I just feel this like disconnect in myself of like, I don't know, I feel very stressed out. I don't know if this is gonna go into the podcast, but maybe it helps just to say anything at all. Whatever. Anyway, I think in time we'll see if I become I don't know what I'm saying. I have to find a way to communicate in a way where I don't feel this disconnected from myself and from you all, because it's not sustainable, is kind of how I'm feeling. So I'm trying to figure that out. And hopefully I do. I've actively been trying to figure that out. So anyway, I'm going to go film my podcast with a guest, and I can't wait. I can't wait for you guys to see the episodes that I've been filming. Do you see this? This is like not normal. Like my brain is just going back and forth from like be an influencer, and then like create content. But then I'm like, I can't talk about things I want to talk about. So then I don't want to talk at all. Oh my God, it's very complicated. I might have to refilm this. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this throwback episode with G Flip. I love you all. I really do. And I am trying to find a way to talk to the people who I know love me back. I'm like, we'll figure it out. We will figure this out. Enjoy. Oh, yeah. About this?
So I was late, and when I was in the car, I was like, you know, how can I make it up to Shannon? I'll quickly make Shannon an AI song.
And it's amazing.
And it's actually amazing. And it turns out you've got all the secrets and you've got the key.
I've got the secrets and the key.
So we should listen to the song.
Let's see.
Turning the radio, baby. Here we go, talking about relationships, highs and lows. Shannon's got a podcast full of joy and laughter. Education and fun is what we're after. Jumping on the mic, sharing stories raw. Exes and O's, we're breaking down the love from heartbreak to happiness. We're diving deep. Shannon's got the secrets. She's got the key.
Yeah, she does.
Shannon's got the secrets. She's got the key. Grab your headphones, let's take a ride. Feel ups and downs. We're bearing it all.
Bearing it all. Oh my God, it's still 45 seconds left. Okay, we are going to bear it all today. And I will put more of the song at the end of this.
Shannon's got the secrets.
Is there like copyright issues with AI songs? Who
I don't
owns
know.
it?
Let's find out.
Yeah. Okay, hi guys. My name's Shannon Beveridge. Welcome back to Exes and O's, a podcast where we talk about queer relationships and sex. And today we have G Flip, which I feel like you don't even need an introduction. You are like a queer icon. I'm so glad you're here today.
That's a bit nice.
It's the truth.
There's definitely someone out there who's like, who the fuck is that?
Okay, well, G, you may know G Flip. They're a musician. They play drums and sing, which is so unique. I feel like there's not many artists who are doing that.
Yeah, I like to play drums and I like to sing at the same time.
How do you breathe?
How do I breathe? You know what? When I'm drumming, my body's on autopilot and all I'm thinking about is what the fuck the lyrics are.
Really?
I'm not a trained singer, so I'm always thinking about the singing part and my body's just on.
It's like muscle memory almost,
Yeah.
probably the drumming part.
Yeah.
But how, like, are you just so fit? I mean, you are fit, obviously. But
I feel like on tour I get pretty fit.
yeah,
Yeah.
like, those are good arms.
Oh, thanks, Shannon.
You're welcome. Like, 2 seconds and I'm like, I promise I'm not hitting on you. Sorry, Chriselle. No, but I wish I could do anything like active like that. That's like also fun.
Yeah, drums is definitely fun. I think from a young age I was like so drawn to the drums because like the physicality of it and like huge sounds, and I was a pretty chaotic child, so I was like, I want to do that. So
Yeah. Do you have like ADHD or anything like that?
I have ADHD. I'm diagnosed. And yeah, I'm a bit of a hectic person, I'd say, but I keep busy doing lots of things and I have lots of ideas.
That's good.
Yeah.
I feel like ADHD could be like a superpower for people.
Oh, I 100% think it's my superpower,
Yeah.
and it's why I'm in the position I am doing what I love to do.
Totally. I have it too.
Do you?
Yeah, I'm diagnosed with it too. I know. Look at us. And I also was like one of those girls who got diagnosed really late in life. Like I was like almost done with college by the time they told me. But the psychiatrist who like diagnosed me, he was like, you have the ability to hyper focus. And he was like, it's almost like you have like, you're like Mario with a star and you can like really get into something. So he's like, you've been able to do well in school and everything because you just can do that for like a second or like whatever it takes. And then, but then most of the time my brain is literally like what the fuck is going on?
I'm the exact same, the hyper focus thing.
It's crazy. When you hit
Yeah.
that, it's like that movie Limitless. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
With Bradley Cooper.
Yeah.
He's taking those pills. That's how I feel when I
Yeah.
get into that. But the worst is when you can't tap into it. Like when you need to focus and your
Yeah.
brain, you can't get your brain to do it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Kind of, I think so. I feel like all the things that I want to hyper focus on, I've already hyper focused and I've already learnt so far so much. But I like have little things that I get obsessed with like every month.
Really?
So it changes.
Like little like micro hobbies and like
yeah.
what's it right now?
When I think the funniest one is when I was a kid, I was obsessed with appliances and like toasters and kettles.
No.
And I knew every brand and their price range. And I used to get my dad to take me to the Good Guys, which is like is it Best Buy here?
Yeah, I'm sure.
And so I could just go look at all those appliances.
That's it. You should have been on like The Price is Right. Do you know that show?
Yeah, I'd watched that show.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It would have been amazing.
Yeah, I know a toaster, a Breville toaster, what price that costs.
Are you still into them?
No. That was just my, like, I always have these niche obsessions, and that's, I think, the funniest one because do you know like junk mail? We call it junk. Yeah, junk, like the mail that comes in.
Yeah.
I couldn't wait till the postman came and
So you could read it.
dive in and see how much the toasters were going for that
You're
week.
like, what's on sale? Did you ever buy anything?
No, I was like fucking 9 years old, but I just loved it. And I loved the shapes of them and
You're
like,
kidding.
the colors and like the functions. And then when some got like buttons and temperature gauges, oh God, it was so much.
I'm obsessed. Also, it makes sense too that you would be so good at so many things if you're able to like hyper focus on something that intensely.
Yeah.
And now you're like so multifaceted. I feel like what you said, you've been on 9 planes in 13 days.
Yeah, nine flights in 13 days. And I'm not on tour, which is, I kind of just feel like I'm always on tour, to be honest, because like tour, you're changing scenery every day. And then I feel like even when I'm not on tour, I'm kind of changing scenery every day. But part of it's like, because I am a little bit hectic,
Yeah.
I don't like being in the same spot for too long because then I've looked at every corner of the house and I know what's going on.
Yeah, no, I feel that too. I love change.
Change is fun.
This episode is sponsored by Mint Mobile. Whether you say data or data, just know that you should not be paying a fortune for your data plan. You can get Mint Mobile and have a premium wireless plan that starts at just $15 a month. Say bye to overpriced wireless plans and jaw-dropping monthly bills and unexpected charges and unexpected overages. Mint Mobile is here to rescue you. All plans come with high-speed data and unlimited talk and text, delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. You can use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan and also bring over your same number and all your same contacts. Ditch overpriced wireless and get 3 months of premium wireless service with Mint Mobile for just $15 a month. So again, no matter how you say it, data or data, don't overpay for it. Shop data plans at mintmobile.com/Shannon. That's mintmobile.com/Shannon. Upfront payment of $45 for 3 months, 5 gigabyte plan required, which is equivalent to $15 a month. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Then full price plans available. Then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees are extra. See Mint Mobile for details. This episode is sponsored by Skims. I really am obsessed with Skims Fits Everybody collection. I will only be wearing these bras from here on out. They are so soft and they also just don't squeeze you too tightly, but they're also very supportive, so it's the best of both worlds. I hate when you can see my bra underneath my t-shirt, and I don't just mean the outline of it, I also mean like the outline of my skin being like squished in it, if that makes sense. And these bras are the perfect combination of like the material is so light, but they also are supportive. So you get the best of both worlds, if that makes sense. As someone with a smaller chest, I have tried a lot of bralettes in my life. I think usually the problem is they don't feel very supportive. They feel too loose, but I don't have that problem with Skims at all. And also, not to expose myself with my tiny, tiny bralette, but this is so nice. Like you have to try it. And it doesn't suffocate you, which I love. Shop Skims Ultimate Bra Collection at skims.com or at Skims LA flagship on Sunset Boulevard. After you place your order, make sure you tell them that I sent you. Select podcast in the survey and then find my podcast, Exes and O's, to let them know I sent you.
Routine, I feel like I wish I had one, but then anytime I'm around for like 2 weeks, I realize I still don't even have a routine. Like nothing gets set. I've just become more and more random in my own space. I'm like, I should just leave. And then I'll just get on a flight and go to New York and do something else for a second.
Yeah.
But I guess that's ADHD too.
Yeah, it's a little cute thing called ADHD.
Starting strong with mental health. We've got the secrets. We've got the key.
You do.
Yeah. Sorry, I've got the key.
You've got the key.
That must be tough for your relationship though, right? To be long distance. I mean, are you like, if you're bouncing around all the time, how's that?
Yeah, so me and Chriselle have a 2-week rule. So we never go longer than 2 weeks apart. But I think other than that, we're so good. We do like 2 FaceTimes a day, text throughout the day what we're doing.
Nice.
So it ends up kind of working for us. And, you know, when she's got like her filming schedules on, she's like
Busy all
in
the
the
time.
thick of filming.
Yeah.
So it's like waking up, doing hair and makeup for an hour and a bit, and then going shooting and filming and stuff. So her schedule gets pretty hectic as well. So then
I can only imagine. Did you ever think you'd be on a reality TV show?
absolutely not. No.
Do you get your hair and makeup done when you get to be on the show?
No. I just rock up, and now I've looked back on some of those scenes and I'm like, I really should have
Can I
thought
get a
about
touch-up?
Yeah, I should have just thought about what I was wearing or like done some makeup. I think on the recent scene I've done, which isn't out yet, I got my makeups done.
That's nice. Do you
Yeah.
like doing your makeup?
No, I put mascaras on.
Yeah.
I like the feeling of mascara. It's a fun little brush of the eyelashes. It's quite a nice feeling for me. But no, I kind of like just rock up as is. Like I literally just got out of bed and then like was like, oh, what should I wear? Oh, my clothes are all dirty in my suitcase. Oh, there's some overalls. Oh, let's go.
Okay, but you look so cool.
Oh, well, I've just whacked my dirty hair up in a bun and
It looks great.
thanks.
It's a vibe.
You look pretty cool too.
Well, I had more time and I live here and I have all my stuff here. But okay, can we talk about how do you feel about JoJo Siwa wanting to dress like you?
I think, you know, it's flattering.
Yeah.
And I also think like part of like finding yourself and your like sexuality and your gender identity, like when you're growing up, comes with like playing with your clothes and what you're going to wear. So I can't imagine being, you know, a teenager and, you know, for your work being like made to wear a bow and a dress and all that and not being able to like express yourself through your clothing.
I totally agree.
So I'm like, hell's yeah, JoJo. Wear
Fuck
whatever
yeah.
the hell you want.
No, totally.
And also like a big part of like my project just in general is when I was younger I didn't have anyone to look up to that dressed like me or played drums that had like long hair or was a female or non-binary. So a big part of my project is being like the representation I never had. So you know, I think that just plays into it. If JoJo wants to dress like me and whack some tattoos, like go JoJo, do your thing, you know?
Yeah, totally. I
but
totally agree.
I've been hit up so much online about that. Everyone's been asking me.
I mean, awesome too. Like the name drop of you in that podcast. Because
Yeah.
you said it on Call Her Daddy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But also sick. I feel the same way. Like the representation thing, obviously. My project, even though it's not as cool as yours, but I feel like I've been doing the same thing. And the last guest I had on the podcast also said she used to try to dress like me when she was like 16.
Really?
Yeah. So I've had a
yeah.
similar experience. But the funny thing is, I wish she didn't, because I look back on what I was wearing back then and I'm like, did I like what I was wearing?
You've
yet?
always dressed cool, Shannon.
Oh my God, that's kind. But I don't know. I feel like I had that classic, I have to look gay, and I didn't know what gay looked like. So I was like, a beanie, you know? That'll work, right?
A beanie.
I didn't know what I was doing. But that we didn't really have, because you're 30
Yeah.
and I'm 32. I feel like we didn't have that much to look up to in general
Yeah.
with
no.
queer representation.
I agree. There wasn't much.
And now there's like a shit ton,
Hell's yeah.
which is amazing. There's like a million of us walking around.
I know. All the gays are out to play, and it's great.
I love the way that you say non-binary.
Non-binary.
Your accent on binary is so
Non-binary. Wait, no.
binary. It's so, I mean, I can't.
Non-binary.
There's like almost the syllable gone.
Well, I think that's very Aussie.
Definitely.
Like, Aussies just like, we just say shit and it's kind of all just rolls together.
Yeah, it sounds good though.
There's not much pronunciation.
No.
Pronunciation.
An Americanists so much pronunciation.
Yeah,
I feel like it's like every single syllable we're saying it.
I love it.
When did you come out as non-binary, or like when did you ask people to change your pronouns?
What year is it? God, like 4 or 5 years.
It's 2024.
2024. Like 4 years ago?
Cool.
Yeah, 4 years ago.
Was it something you thought about a lot before you like implemented?
I think it's more conversations were being had on what non-binary is.
Yeah.
And then I educated myself, and I remember going online and finding, what was it called? The not the non-binary dinosaur. It was called the like gender. Fuck. We'll have to find what it is. It's called
look it up.
The gender unicorn or something.
Is it like a YouTube thing?
No, it's like just like this little like picture of like a gender unicorn, and then it had these like gauges of like, you know, male, female, like sexuality, all this stuff. And I remember like reading about, you know, gender identity and being non-binary and just educating myself on it. It's called the gender unicorn. That's what it is. The gender unicorn. And then educating myself, and then looking back at my whole life, and it just resonated with me so much. Like I remember growing up and just staring at myself in the mirror and being like, you're like a boy, but you're a girl, but you're kind of in between. Mm-hmm. And I just feel like I'm in between both of these genders. And I always thought that from a young kid. Mm-hmm. And I used to think, so I grew up in like a Catholic school and a Catholic girls' school. Mm-hmm. And I remember looking in the mirror and think, I reckon when God made me, there was not enough girl. So he put a little bit of boy in there, and I'm half boy and half girl. And as a 6, 7, 8-year-old, 9-year-old, 10-year-old, that's what I thought.
That's so interesting.
Yeah.
I feel like I definitely resonate with some of that as well.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like I don't know how far into it. You know what I mean? Like I definitely had those same kind of like look in the mirror vibes where I'm like, why am I different than my friends? And why do dresses look weird on me?
Yeah.
Like something is off here.
Yeah.
But I wanted it to be right. But I was like, but also I just want to wear shorts and like basketball shorts and like a t-shirt all the time.
100%.
And then I'll feel more comfortable. Did you ever have to wear like a uniform in your Catholic school?
Yeah, I had to wear a tunic, it was called, or a dress. Mm-hmm. But drums came in handy for me because I was such a drummer at high school, always playing drums. And I'd purposely play drums at like assemblies all the time so that every teacher in the school would remember me as the drum kid. So when they would ask me like, Flippo, why aren't you wearing your uniform? I'd say, well, I've got my drum lesson today, and you don't want me playing drums with a dress with my legs spread open, do you? And then they'd be like, oh, no, that's fine. You can wear your sports uniform. So
that's genius.
I just made myself known as such the drum kid that when any day any teacher would ask me, why aren't you wearing the uniform? I'd say, I've got drums on, even though I did not have drums that day.
That's so smart, though.
Yeah, drums help me out in so many.
It's still helping you out.
Yeah, help me out in so many ways.
Did your parents get you into drumming, or did you ask, like, specifically?
My cousin had a drum kit, and I was kind of a little bit intrigued and obsessed with it, and he'd, like, play at family gatherings. And then my auntie and uncle bought me my first drum kit at 9 years old, and it was the best day of my life.
I'll cry.
As a kid, it was, and they unveiled it to me. It was in the lounge room with the doors closed, and no one was going in the lounge room that day. And then they unveiled it to me, and I was so emotional. It felt like the start of my life.
It kind of was.
It was. It was
crazy.
The key.
It was the key.
It was the key.
It was the key. It was the secret and the key to your whole life. That's amazing. It really did change the whole trajectory of your life, though, too.
Yeah, it pivoted my whole being, and then that became my obsession and my hyper focus for like the sole hyper, although I had many other hyper focuses.
side hyper focuses.
Yeah, I had the kettles and
let's not forget.
But yeah, that became my main obsession. And then like my whole life then revolved around drums, and I had an amazing drum teacher. Then I went to uni and studied music, and I majored in drums. I worked at a drum shop. I became a drum teacher. I played drums in wedding bands. I
That's crazy.
was so obsessed with drums. And before I went solo, I thought I was just going to be a session drummer.
Mm-hmm.
And I started doing that, and then I realized I want to be my own boss. I don't want to have to work for the man my whole life. And I was already writing songs in my bedroom, little queer songs on guitar and piano as like a 14-year-old. And my songwriting chops just got better behind closed doors until the point where I was like, I'm ready to go solo now and do my own singing drummer project.
How did you learn to sing? Were you sing
I've never had a lesson.
What, really?
I've never had a singing lesson, which is not a good thing. I don't say that like, hell zero, I haven't had a singing lesson. Like, I'm probably doing damage and it's really bad. And I need to find time to get lessons to make sure that I'm doing this properly, because it's my job.
Yeah. Because you lost your voice. That's why you didn't come on.
I know.
Is that because you got sick, or is it because of the singing?
I just got sick.
Okay.
So that wasn't from singing, but I just got sick. But no, I've never had singing lessons, but I have just sung my whole life. I remember from like a really young age, like as a little bebe, like I just sing to myself all the time, make up my own songs all the time.
That's so cute. Okay, so back to the non-binary thing too, the gender unicorn.
Gender unicorn.
So you're like looking into that, and then how long did it take after looking into that for you to like ask or tell people that you were feeling that way?
Not too long. I remember then who was it? Demi Lovato and Sam Smith came out non-binary, and a lot of my friends were like talking about it and asking questions, and I was using myself as an example. I was like, I get it, because I kind of feel this way, and then I realized, wow, I'm really using myself as an example. I'm so non-binary, and then like it just makes so much sense to me.
Yeah.
Like, I feel weird referring to myself as she, her, or female, because I do feel so in between.
Yeah. Does it feel weird also he, him, and male?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not a he.
Yeah. Neither one makes sense.
No, I feel so non-binary. And then when people, I get trolls and people sending me hectic crap in my DMs all the time. But it's like, that's how I am. That's how I feel. I can't change my brain. Like, I just feel so in between the genders. And
makes so much sense.
this gender unicorn, it made you like slide, like where you feel. And then I was always like, in the middle. And then it's like, non-binary. Oh yeah, that's me.
So crazy. I need to look at it maybe.
Yeah, the gender, look, wait, I'll show you. It's really cute. If you just search gender unicorn.
I feel like
yes, this little guy.
It's so
See gender
cute.
identity, and then you like put on the scale, gender expression, sex assigned at birth. And I was just like,
it's so sweet. This is a great resource. I'm going to link this below.
So I was just gender unicorning away, and then I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah, this is all making sense.
It helped me understand myself more. And since coming out non-binary, like, so euphoric. Like, I've always been pretty sure of myself since a young age, like pretty confident in who I am. But once coming out non-binary, it was like, the full 100%.
Yeah. It's like all the way. I saw someone make a TikTok recently about how like coming out as a lesbian is one thing, and then cutting your hair short and like being a mask lesbian, it's like taking it even further, because then you're like, now I'm like, look exactly how I feel as well. And it's like, you can't really hide it after that. You know what I mean? If you're like, I don't know. I resonated with that too. I was like, fuck yeah. When I cut my hair short, I'm like, yeah, we've gone all the way now. Like, now
I got long. I haven't cut my hair. I got long as fuck hair.
Would you ever cut it though?
Do you know what? I've like never cut my hair. I got my hair cut once in year 8, and I said, please trim the edges. And then she cut like this much off. And then I said to her, I'm never getting my hair cut again. And then I never got my hair cut
Never again.
Nah.
Okay, also long hair and playing the drums is kind of like a vibe and necessary.
Yeah.
Some like hair choreography there.
Yeah, well, that's why normally I wear hats and bandanas and glasses so much because I keep it from getting in my face. Because if I'm singing and playing drums, I don't have a spare hand to go like that.
True.
So normally when I play shows, I would kind of like to have my hair out, but if I'm singing and drumming, I can't move it. So I always have to keep it contained.
That's fair. I can't even imagine doing that, singing and playing the drums at the same time.
We should
Try it.
We should give it a little go.
Can I come to your studio?
Come to the studio and you can play along to your new single.
Fuck yes.
She's got the key.
I need to. Well, it is true. Like, I feel like 4 or 5 years ago, like when Sam Smith and Demi Lovato came out as non-binary, I feel like that was the introduction to a lot of the world on just even what non-binary is. And now, I mean, now what you've done on the show is awesome too, because you opened that up to a whole other demographic of people.
Oh yeah.
Is that scary?
It was a little bit, just because the demographic of Selling Sunset is definitely not
Pretty heteronormative.
Yeah,
right?
heteronormative we knew Chriselle was going to cop it, just her being with me in general. But then again, you know, me and Chriselle had that conversation where it's like, wow, we really have the power to, it sounds like a bit hectic, but like change the world. Like this is like going to change people's lives, just the representation, because representation is everything.
Totally.
So we were like, wow, this is, you know, a #1 TV show. So we want to be authentic and show like a positive queer relationship, and maybe it might educate some people on what being non-binary is, or, you know, all of that. So that's amazing. Yeah.
It doesn't sound hectic at all. It's so true. You definitely are changing like the world and changing lives. Like, I can't even imagine how many young people are watching y'all's relationship and just identifying as queer. But then like the non-binary thing too is just crazy because there's really so little conversation around it.
Yeah.
And there's
100%.
so much conversation around trans identity in general right now in such a negative way, especially in America with all the bills that are getting passed.
For sure.
But I do feel like the non-binary conversation is a little bit like under the radar and less understood than, you know, like everyone thinks so cis in their head and like
100%.
So binary in their head. So yeah, it's just like a conversation. I feel like probably some people have never even heard of non-binary people before you popped up on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I reckon, and I hope it started some conversations with people or amongst friends about what it is, and in the end, like, if I can help do that, then I'm going to help do that, no matter how much hectic DMs that I cop. So
yeah, the backlash, but also your life is good, I would assume, right?
Yeah, backlash doesn't actually affect me.
Yeah,
It amuses me.
Yeah,
some of the messages are fucking real funny.
Crazy.
But yeah, I've got a pretty thick skin when it comes to that stuff, because again, I can't change that. I can't change the way I feel like I'm non-binary. Like, it's not okay, I'll turn it off.
Yeah, totally. And also you have so much positive feedback, I'm sure, as well, right?
Yeah.
I feel like it's easy to tune out the trolls. I find it easy.
Yeah.
I don't know if you find it easy.
No,
but
I find it easy.
especially like how long have you been doing music now?
Like as G-Flip?
Yeah.
Oh God, I'm so bad at this, at remembering
Dates.
years.
Yeah. But years and years and years and years.
Like 6 years, maybe.
So you've been getting feedback for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. Positive and negative.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like the longer you do it, the negative becomes smaller and smaller. Like, not necessarily in number, but how it affects you.
Yeah. I've never been someone that like gives a shit what people think.
That's
Anyway,
good.
just growing up, and I'm not someone that reads comments or
Yeah, fair.
like goes into what people think about me anyway. Like reads Reddit threads and shit. Like
yeah. You can't take it personally.
yeah.
Although, if you're having a bad day and you read a bad comment on accident, it can send me into like a little bit of a spiral where, especially if someone says exactly the thing I'm stressed about, I'm like, fuck, they saw it. Bothers me. But For the most part,
Well,
I don't care.
if you get bothered, just send me a text. I'll send you an AI song.
Next time I will. Next time I will. But no, obviously, for the most part, so much positive feedback.
This episode is sponsored by Hers Hair. I think we all dream of thicker, fuller hair, and with Hers Hair, you can have that in just 3 to 6 months. Hers Hair treatments are made with doctor-trusted prescription ingredients that most other products don't have. They come in a variety of options from oral to topical, so you can find the right treatment for you, whatever makes you feel comfortable. They have options with added hair vitamins and supplements for extra support. Getting started is simple with a quick online hair quiz. Just answer some questions and then you'll get connected with a provider to discuss your personalized hair treatment plan. Through Hers, everything is 100% online. No pharmacy trips, no doctor's visits, or insurance required. Plus, treatment starts at just $35 a month. And the best part is, you get thicker, fuller hair in just 3 to 6 months. Start your initial free online visit today at forhers.com/Shannon. That's forhers.com/Shannon for your personalized hair loss treatment options. And one more time, that's forhers.com/Shannon. Individual results may vary. Compounded products are not FDA approved or verified for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan. See website for full details, restrictions, and important safety information. This episode is sponsored by Shopify. Growing up, I think we all have dreams of what our job might be, and when you're little, those dreams might be like an astronaut. But as we get older, I think we start to try to figure out what skills we've acquired and what we can actually do and accomplish. And maybe for you, that's starting a business. Or maybe you do want to be an astronaut. I don't know. But for me, it was starting a business. And Shopify has been the tool that I've used to make starting my business so much easier. If you are looking to start a business, I know it can be really daunting because you need a website, a payment system, a logo, customers, and a way to advertise to your customers. All of that can be really overwhelming and confusing, but it doesn't have to be with Shopify. Shopify is the commerce platform behind millions of businesses and 10% of all of the e-commerce in the US. From household names like Mattel to businesses that have just started. I've personally used Shopify forever and I love it. Don't hold yourself back from starting your business because of what if. Like, what if I can't design a website? Shopify's got you from the get-go with beautiful, ready-to-go templates that can match your brand style. What if I need a hand? Get help with everyday tasks like enhancing product images, writing product descriptions, or generating discount codes with Shopify's AI tools created for commerce. So turn those dreams into and give them the best shot at success with Shopify. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/exes, all lowercase. That's shopify.com/exes. And one more time, that's shopify.com/exes.
What about for Chriselle? Has it been hard for, like, to go from being in a public relationship on that show in a heteronormative way, then, like, the next season with you?
Yeah.
Is that crazy? Is that hard? Is her skin as thick as yours?
I think you'd need to ask her that because I can't speak on behalf of her, but
of
I
course.
think she took it like a champ. And, you know, she was so eloquent in speaking on behalf of, you know, a queer relationship for someone who just like
Her first one.
her first one
Yeah.
ever. And she spoke so beautifully about, you know, my gender identity on a public format, which I never asked her to do. She just did that.
Yeah.
So she's a little cheeky angel.
Well, she's clearly very in love with you also.
Yeah, she's so cute.
And you're obviously very in love with her.
She's so cute. This morning I was like, I got up and I was like making myself a coffee and she yells out, "Baby!" And I'm like, "Oh my God, what's wrong?" And I come in, she's like, "I had a dream you had bangs and I just wanted to make sure you didn't get bangs." And I was like, "Baby, I didn't get bangs." She's so funny.
I'm dead. Like,
Yeah.
most people have dreams about cheating and she's like, "Did you get bangs? Please don't get bangs." So your relationship is great. That's good.
We're good. I just got home, so I flew in last night from Australia, so I can't wait to
Actually hang out.
go home. But I know when I get home, she's gonna make me do Pilates,
Oh God.
and I'm down to do it. But I'm just like a bit tired from like just flying in. I might do it for her because she loves it when I work out with her.
That's so sweet.
Because we can goof around a bit.
Do you do Pilates at home or do you go to a place?
No, we do it at home.
Nice. Do you do it on like a mat?
Yeah, we got. Oh no, there's a Pilates reformer.
You have reformer machines?
Yeah, which is new to me.
Yeah,
it's a fun contraption.
I do Pilates on a reformer machine. It makes it more fun.
It is a bit more fun.
Yeah, I can't just be doing anything on a mat board.
Nah. Yeah, the reformer is a bit of a fun vibe. It's so springy.
It's so springy. I'm just gonna picture you guys doing reformer Pilates together at home, and it's a really cute image, honestly.
Yeah, it's pretty cute, and we support each other heaps. We're like, girl, you can get it. Like, we're always like, come on, baby, let's go. Like, it's pretty cute.
Your relationship is so cute. You like fixing her dress on that red carpet, the tail.
Oh, yeah.
It's like the sweetest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Well, it was a boss-ass dress, and it photographed really well if it looked pretty on the floor.
So you had to fix it. And
we were going to teach someone. And I was like, babe, I'll just do it. I get this dress. I understand it. I'm good at making this look nice for you. So I got down. I didn't know that they were going to take so many photos of me crouched down on the floor. It was meant to be I fix it, then I jump out.
Yeah.
And then, but that dress was fire.
Yeah, so fire. But that in that moment was so sweet. I feel like you came off as such an amazing partner in that too. Just like,
well, anyone that's a nice person would do that for their partner.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah,
would anyone though?
Well, someone who's a decent guy, bloke, person.
True.
You know?
True.
Well, if your partner has a real swanky, awesome dress, then you got to make it look nice for them.
Yeah.
She couldn't bend down and do it.
She could not, of course.
It was made out of latex or some hectic rubber.
Well, you looked amazing as well.
Oh, I just put on a baggy outfit that was comfy for the day.
You look cool.
I'd need to try dress better, I reckon. I'm pretty lax with it all.
How do you get do you have a stylist when you do red carpets and
sometimes
stuff?
And sometimes not.
Yeah.
I actually found it really, really hard to find a stylist that can dress me the way that I want to feel confident in.
Yeah, I feel that.
I've had some nightmare experiences.
I feel that.
I once had a stylist for a music video who dressed me like Christina Aguilera in Dirty.
I knew you were gonna say that. I'm like, it has to be dirty. There's no other choice.
And because I was like, obviously I saw the outfit, I was like, absolutely not. But in my head, I was like, I should try this on for fun.
Are there pictures of this?
Yeah, I sent my friends all photos, and they were just like, "What the fuck?" This was years and years ago, but yeah, I feel like I've really struggled to find a stylist that
gets it,
because I like dressing more mask, but I'm a little human.
Yeah. Yeah, true.
It's hard to find teenage boy clothes the size of a teenage boy kind of figure.
Totally. Anyway. No, I have the same problem. Also, yeah, there's just I feel like so many stylists are such hot, cute girls that are dressing other hot, cute girls.
Yeah.
And then you walk in and you're like, what would you do with this? And they're like, and then they immediately go to a suit.
Yeah. That's a classic.
It's just, here's a suit for you.
Here's a heap of baggy suits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's they don't look right. I have a similar, I'm small, but then I also have really broad shoulders. So I'm I want my frame to look nice, and I don't want to look too masculine, but I don't want to look too girly. And it's to find the balance is tough. It's hard for me to figure it out. And I've been dressing myself for 32 years. So to walk into a stylist and be like, can you figure this out?
Yeah.
I guess they can't sometimes.
It's a rough situation.
It's tough.
But if you find one, let me know. And if I find one, I'll let you know.
If any stylist is watching this thinking, I know exactly what to put y'all in.
Yeah. If you
write in
got
the comments.
Some fly fits for us, that'd be really helpful.
Yeah, I'd appreciate it.
We'll rock them on any red carpet.
Well, I feel too, I've gotten my day-to-day outfits figured out. I know how to dress myself just day in and day out, but it's the fancy events. And also the mid-tier fancy, business casual.
Oh, yeah.
What is that?
Yeah, if me and Kushel go on a date to a nice restaurant, I'm in a panic.
Yeah, me too.
Fuck. Because I don't want to look Kushel always looks 20
amazing.
out of 10, like flawless, gorgeous, like holy shit, turns every head in the room. And then there's me coming in like, how you going, mate? Like, fuck. Like,
That's literally how I feel with every girl I've dated too. I'm like, I know what you're gonna wear on this date. Obviously, something so cute, probably maybe a dress, something like adorable. I'm like, what the fuck do I wear to match the level? And also, I never want to feel like I'm not trying hard enough, because when you're dating like a girl who's super femme and they try really hard, I'm like, I appreciate it so much. I'm like, that is so nice of you. You took the time, you did your makeup, you did your hair, you picked out this outfit, you look amazing. And I'm like, I want you to know that I care about the way I look too. And I want to show up for you in the same way, but it's harder because what is the outfit exactly?
I'm with you all the way. I
And the hair and
100%
makeup
agree.
too. It's like, how, I'm not going to put more makeup on. Like, I'm not going to do eyeshadow tonight.
I find the hair real hard because my hair's long and it's hectic, and it is that's sometimes why I just resort to hats, because it's like, if you put a hat on, you don't need to think about it that much. And if I wear sunglasses, I don't have to think about it so much.
So smart. I mean, I feel like there's little tricks that we all have to like develop as less feminine people. I'm like, what can I wear? Okay, I'm thinking back about what you said. It is crazy, like how good of a job Chriselle did on the show, speaking about her relationship and speaking about you and your pronouns, because it's one thing to be in your first just like gay relationship, and another thing when there's like a gender component that's new to you completely as well. And she did such a good job of doing that. Like, I think it would be hard just to be coming out as like a lesbian on the show, or like coming out as like being in a lesbian relationship. Wait, and do you identify as a lesbian?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I kind of, I'm, people ask me this and I'm like, yeah, I'm non-binary, I'm a lesbian. I think I love the word lesbian. It's
Me
so
too.
great.
Me
I'm
too.
like, hells yeah.
And I had such an aversion to it for so long that now I'm like, I'm a lesbian. I'm like, I need to take it back.
Yeah.
For especially these like younger people, because lesbian was such a bad word, I feel, when I was little.
Was it? Oh yeah, growing up.
Yeah. Like it
just
was
being
only
gay
an
was
insult.
bad.
Yeah. Being gay, well, everyone's like, oh, that's so gay. But
Yeah.
gay felt like less like gross. You know, if someone was saying, oh, that's so gay that you did it, it would be like more like, that's embarrassing, or like you're sensitive, or it's stupid.
Yeah.
Lesbian felt like visceral, like it's like,
Yeah.
you're gross, you're like undesirable, you're a boy. Like it just felt so much worse to me than gay. And I think that's why when I first came out, gay was such an easier word to use. Like I'd be like, I'm gay, that feels good. Now I'll say queer a lot.
I say all of them.
Yeah.
I say I'm gay, I'm queer, I'm a big lesbian. I like saying big lesbian.
Big, specifically.
Specifically big
The
lesbian.
size is important.
So yeah. But yeah, I just use all of them. I don't really have a favorite. I don't have one that I
You're
just
not
feel
partial to one.
No, I just use all of them.
Yeah.
I'm
I
gay
feel.
as fuck. I'm a big lesbian.
I'm only going to say big lesbian now.
Yeah.
I'm a big lesbian.
Now and then I'll get a DM from a guy hitting on me. It's so random. And my message back to them is like, oh, I'm so sorry, Kev, mate. I'm a big lesbian.
Why would it be someone named Kevin?
Kevin or like Ryan
Yeah.
or something.
Sounds right.
And it's like, what is going on here?
Literally.
Like my last post is me like giving my wife a kiss on the cheek. Like,
Yeah.
I'm a big lesbian. I've got a song called Gay for Me. Just look at me.
Also, emphasis on wife.
Yeah.
Like in general, I'm not even available to you
Yeah.
at all.
It is funny. It is enjoyable when I get those messages because it doesn't happen very often.
Sometimes I feel like if you're a guy and you're attracted to me, there's something a little queer about you.
I've actually had quite a few like gay men be
into
like,
you?
and they've said it to my face. They're like, I'm obviously so gay, but I'm attracted to you.
Yeah.
And
I've had that too.
yeah,
And you're
it's like
thank you.
thanks,
Thank you
mate.
so much.
Awesome.
Well, I guess you've had the same on the opposite spectrum too, because Chriselle identified as straight, and then you guys met, and then she
Yeah.
was like, "Wait,
And it was all over.
wait, I'm into you. I'm confused. How did y'all meet?"
We met in passing at an event, in 20. Oh God, the
You
years. Are so hard.
years.
Yeah, I can't remember. the
It doesn't
years.
matter.
I think it was the end of 2021, or it was like Halloween 2021. We met at like an event, and then months and months later, in the next year, 2022, I went to a house party of hers. She actually held the house party for me.
Really?
Yeah.
How were you even talking enough just from meeting and passing to her throwing parties for you?
So we were talking online, and I was like, because I just moved to the States, and I knew very few people. And we were messaging, and I was like, I don't have many friends in the States. And she was like, oh, why don't, I'll get some of my friends together. We'll go out for drinks. And then she messaged me like, oh, I'll just have a party, and then you can meet people. So then she had a house party.
That's so kind.
So kind. Obviously,
Would she do that for anyone, or what do you think she a little bit had a crush on you?
I think she would do it for anyone.
Yeah, okay. I was wondering.
She's a
Nice girl.
little angel.
Yeah.
So she thought I was hot, but she wasn't thinking of me
Like,
totally in that way.
yeah.
But she'd seen me play a show, and she was attracted to me.
Nice.
Nice. And then I went to this house party, and she got stood up. So thanks to the bro that stood up Cashel that night.
Fuck yeah.
And then, so she was just like being a cutie girl around the party, and then I was flirting with her a little bit, and then we just get along. You know, when you just have the back and forth with people, like
Totally.
the vibes just work. So we were just like flirting and joking, and then we started making out in her pantry.
I'm dead. It's like in a closet almost.
It totally was, because like obviously we weren't. Well, she at that time didn't want to be making out with me in the middle of her party in her house.
Yeah.
So I went to give her a little cheeky kiss, and we were right near the pantry, and then she just kind of pulled me in there, and then we were making out amongst the protein bars.
That's scandalous. That's so scandalous.
I know, it was very scandalous. And then I went on tour, and then I had a show she came to, and then we had another little cheeky kiss after that. And then I went back on tour, and then I messaged her being like, hey, want to go on a date? And she said, I'm sorry, G, I'm straight.
Like, you weren't very straight in the pantry. Like, what happened in the pantry?
Yeah, that pantry wasn't very straight, darling. No, and then she texted me that, and I said, oh, okay, no worries. But in my head, I was like,
She's confused.
we've done a lot of gay things.
We've
We've done some gay things. And then I was still on tour, and then I was asking her some questions about real estate, because I was looking to rent a place here, and she's got all the knowledge about that. So I sent her some houses I was looking at to rent, and then she said, why don't I come with you to look at the houses?
Please.
And then some more flirting went down, and then I was like, do you want to get a drink after? And then we got a drink after, and then Chriselle said, let's drop the car home and go to the Abbey.
No. She's doing the gayest shit ever. Everything she's doing is really gay. This is very
And I
gay.
said, oh, okay, sweet. Yeah, let's drop the car home and go to the Abbey. Then we were making out at the Abbey. We were actually making out all over West Hollywood for like a while before anyone caught us.
I saw you at the Abbey.
Was it before?
I don't know when. I think it was before you guys were out.
We
as
were
a
all
couple.
over West Hollywood making out.
Yeah.
There was some like, we saw some when it was like rumored that we were
Talking.
hooking up or whatever. There were some comments from really nice people being like, I saw them making out at the Abbey. I let them have their privacy. And we were like, hells yeah.
So funny. That's the gayest place to make out.
I know. We'd be there. We were all over West Hollywood for a while. And I think it's like the queers gave us our
Yeah.
space.
We'll
was
respect
cute.
you. I love when the queers respect privacy. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't.
Yes. Yeah.
But what do you consider your first date then?
I reckon that.
The day that you went and looked at houses?
I think that, yeah, because Chriselle said that she got ready for that, looking at houses like a date. Like,
Aw.
and then that's when she kind of knew, oh, I think I like this person more than,
Like a friend.
yeah.
Did you get ready the same way?
I get ready the same way
day.
every day.
I know, I was going to say the same, honestly. But were you nervous at all?
No,
No.
I don't know. I don't get nervous.
Do you feel like you were just like, this girl is going to come around, obviously. She likes me, and like, she just doesn't know it?
Well, I thought that I knew that we liked each other, but we both never thought that we'd end up getting married.
Yeah. I mean,
That was, yeah, we didn't know at the time that we were each other's person.
yeah, like that you were going to fall madly
Yeah.
in love with each other.
Yeah.
Did you kind of
absolutely
think
not.
it was going to just be like a fun, like flirty kind of vibe?
Thought it was a fun little flirty vibe. Thought that we might, mess around a little bit, but still be really good friends because we just as people, we got along so well.
Yeah.
As like mates, like our banter is so funny, and she makes me laugh so much.
And now
Some of
you're
it.
married.
And now we're mazzed.
When did you get married?
We got married.
You better know this year.
Well, no, everyone. Well, look, to be honest, everyone's got it wrong. We
Really?
got married in 2022,
No way.
but everyone thinks we got married last year.
Okay.
We got married in 2022, but we get married once every year.
Hell yeah.
So we've already done 2 weddings
What was the first wedding?
in Vegas
Awesome.
with Elvis.
Hell yeah.
So fun. Second was in Palm Springs, and Emma, Chriselle's best friend, wed us in a denim bikini, and the photos are fire.
Obviously.
But we don't plan the weddings because planning weddings is stressful. We plan it the day before, and then we message our friends, and whoever rocks up that day rocks up that day,
That's so cute.
and we wear whatever.
Whose idea was it? Did you guys come up with that together?
Yeah, well, that's just like me and Chriselle. We're like, we don't want to be stressed.
Mm-hmm.
So
Fair.
like, we don't want to be stressed, and it's way more fun being spontaneous.
Yeah.
And not thinking too much about it.
Yeah. It's so romantic.
Yeah.
Do you do vows every time?
Yeah, different vows every year.
That's really cute. I was just literally talking to someone about this the other day. That was like, I feel like vows are the most important part of the wedding. And like people should have to write them. I feel like people should have to write not like vows, but like almost like a yearly kind of thing like that, even just into dating. Just to like remind yourself why you are dating someone and why you should appreciate them.
Yeah, I reckon a cheeky little wedding ceremony every year is really healthy. It's like we celebrate a birthday and we celebrate ourselves every year. You've got like a life partner who is your person you're waking up with every day. You should celebrate something together. Like the relationship should have a little birthday celebration.
Yeah, your
So-
love. And with the people that love you and that you love. Because I mean, obviously people do anniversaries, right? But so often an anniversary is a date, you know?
I know, they just go to dinner, have a wine, make some love, and then call it a day. If you have a full wedding, you're like looking into each other's eyes and like promising, to be better for that person every year.
Yeah. That is so nice.
And it's fucking fun.
Yeah.
It's like
fun.
And it's like, everyone gets a text message and they're like, holy shit, like, where am I? Like, can I make it work? Like, when we were in Vegas, everyone got 4 hours notice. So, like, people were like it was.
Some people obviously couldn't come. Then,
Yeah, a lot
right?
of people couldn't come. So, yeah, only like, there was like 4-5 people at that wedding. And then this second wedding last year, we had about 10 guests or something.
That's so nice. And I'm sure to like rotate too. Also, it's kind of crazy if you think about so often people's maid of honor in their wedding like ends up not really being their best friend 10 years down the line or like 20 years down the line.
Yeah.
So if you're having a wedding each year, like you're guaranteed to have the people who love
know.
you there.
And you choose a maid of honor or a gay of honor or a best man every year. It changes.
That's so fun.
And it's so fun asking.
That's so sweet. And also you're making people feel special and
know.
important to your relationship too. Which
Yeah.
friends are a huge part of your relationship. I find like your romantic relationship without friend support on both sides can like crumble. Like it's like kind of
100%.
like the foundation of your life, especially as an adult if you're away from your family because your family's in Australia, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Friends are family. So you
Exactly.
need them. And you need them to be like celebrating your love.
Yeah.
Because then you're like, yeah, this relationship is awesome.
Yeah.
I'm doing the right thing.
Cheeky wedding every year. And you don't have to spend any money on it. You can go to IHOP. I don't know. Just literally just rock
Anywhere.
up anywhere. Bring everyone.
Yeah. It's kind of taking the concept of, I've recently said, I feel like when I get married, I probably want to do a destination wedding, because then you kind of weed out the people who are not like that invested in your life, you know, because there's like a monetary and like travel and whatever. It's that concept like on crack, because you're like, tomorrow, where are you? Are you coming? Okay, awesome. Do you think you'll ever get married in Australia?
Yeah, we'll do one there for sure.
Yeah.
Because I've got my family, they want to be a part of a wedding. And there's never enough notice for them to get their shit together to fly over, because the flight's 15 hours.
Yeah, 4-hour text is not going to be enough for an Australian.
Yeah.
Are your family, are they in what part of Australia?
They're in Melbourne.
Okay. Do you go back often?
Yeah.
Like I know you do for business, but for family also?
Yeah, I always make enough time to see them all. So like this trip I just did, I came for 3 nights, but like I flew into Melbourne, saw my family for the day, then flew to Sydney to do the job in Sydney, then straight after that job in Sydney, flew back to Melbourne to have 1 night to see my family again, then flew back to Sydney to do the next job. So I always make sure I fit it in. And my sister just had a bebe, and oh my, look at this bebe.
I was wondering oh my gosh. Is it the first bebe?
Yeah, first bebe of the family. Her name's Betty Moon. I'm so obsessed.
That's so cute. She's so cute.
She's coming here in 2 weeks.
Oh my God. Wait, how old is she?
5 months.
Oh my gosh. Will it be her first flight?
Us, third flight.
Wow.
But big daddy flight, you know. The flight's
that's
huge.
Massive.
But I've bought all the things.
Yeah, as
I bought a high chair, a crib.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I bought it playmat. I bought all these play toys. I bought bath toys. I bought this cutest fuck thing that can let her swim in the pool, and she floats in a fucking thing.
Okay, I'm gonna cry. You and Chriselle like seem like you're made for each other, because you both seem very thoughtful. Like to think that far ahead to get all those things. Yeah,
we're pretty. But that became my hyper focus.
Yeah, okay.
The
baby.
I've researched like what is the best strollers, what are the best like strollers that convert into car seats. I've researched like
everything,
the best breast pumps, what breast pumps like are the favorites. I've done reviews on everything, reviews on cribs. Like it became a hyper focus once my sister had a baby. I had to know everything, and then learn like, you know, how the baby's brain progresses every month and what they're learning each month, and then like learning like if the baby gets a rash around here, they're probably teething, and then like just learning heaps of stuff.
Okay, so when are you having your own baby?
We'll have babies one day, me and Chriselle. Yeah. Everyone's always asking us, hells yeah, we'll have babies.
Now you have to.
I know, I just saw that
thing.
While we're waiting, I'll play our favorite song. This is actually the other song that I made because I was late. It's called Sorry I'm Late, Shannon.
Shannon, I'm so sorry for being late to your podcast. Please forgive me. I'll never do it again.
I'll never do it again.
Love from your friend G-Flip.
That's it.
Yeah, that one is a short and sweet one. Also, I was actually relieved that you were late, because I was saying I hate when people are on time. It's gotten so bad, LA, that I assume when I say 11, it's not 11.
Yeah.
So then when someone is on time, I'm like, oh my God.
What the fuck do you do if someone's early?
Stress the fuck out.
That would be.
And it's happened. It has happened.
Really?
Yeah, but only by like a few minutes. But no, I was glad that you were a little bit late. Anyway.
Well, it allowed me to make fun little songs for you.
Yeah, thank you for that. Thank you so much.
So fine.
Do you only have one sister?
One sister and 5 stepbrothers.
5 stepbrothers.
Yeah, and I always wanted a brother for Christmas. I'd ask for every year till I was like way too old, like 15. And
way
then
too old.
Yeah, and then my parents divorced and then got remarried, and now I have 5 stepbrothers.
That's awesome.
It's fucking great.
I saw in an interview you said that your parents are divorced, but you still do all of your holidays together.
Yeah.
Yeah. My parents are divorced, and we're all going on a cruise together in May. My mom, my dad.
New partners?
They've had new partners and also lost them, broke up. So my mom and dad both were remarried. They both got divorced again when I was like in college, and then my dad got remarried again, and then he got divorced again. So I've had 7 step siblings,
Oh, wow.
and I guess technically I don't have any right now, but I still have a relationship with 2 of them.
Yeah.
But isn't it crazy to like have that experience with your family? Because people freak out when I talk about it.
People like, yeah, my parents still hang out and they make jokes and it's like fun and they're at everything together with their new partners, and everything's chill. Me and my sister, we're so cheeky though. We always make jokes that they're flirting. Like,
Oh, yeah.
like all the time. Like, obviously they are divorced and they're just mates, but like they'll be like in the kitchen like helping each other make salad or something, and we'll be like, oh, you guys flirting again? And they're like, no. Or they'll like be like bickering over something, and then we'll be like, oh, you guys are always flirting with each other.
I'm dead.
Like,
Yeah, I feel like I do that with my parents too, except for
Yeah.
it's more like, should you guys just be together? Because now that they both don't have partners, they've really kind of gone back to leaning on each other almost as partners.
the cruise could be it.
But they would never, like they shouldn't ever.
Yeah,
But
my parents shouldn't.
I'll call my dad and he'll be at his house and I'll be like, what are you doing? And he's like, oh, I'm just working. Your mom's cleaning. I'm like, cleaning what? He's like, the house. I'm like, your house? And he's like, yeah, she just came over. She's cleaning up. My mom is like OCD, so she's always cleaning something. But they're always together. Or I'll call my mom and I'll be like, what are you up to? And she's like, oh, I'm at dinner. I'm like, oh, with who? She's like, your father. I'm like, you guys.
That's cute.
No, it's adorable.
Or are they just besties?
They're besties. And my dad had a heart attack in 2022, I think. And my mom was the first person he called. Like while he was having the heart attack, he called my mom. So they definitely have, I feel like it's like, to me, they're just family. You know, to each other, they're family.
Yeah.
Because they have me and Casey, and I just have one sister too. So
Older or younger?
older.
Yeah.
Is yours older?
Mine's older.
How much?
18 months older.
Oh my gosh. You're almost like Irish twins.
Yeah. Mum and dad got at it.
Quick. Quick, and then they stopped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then they stopped.
My sister's 5 years older, so we have a pretty big age gap.
That's cute.
Yeah, it's nice. She's like much wiser than me, I feel, but she's trying to have a baby.
Oh God, when you become like, I'm an unkie, that's my like
Yeah, I was
word
going to
for
say,
it.
what are you calling it?
AUNKIE. Unkie Jiggy. We call me Jiggy. So Jiggy's home.
Okay, that's really cute.
Yeah, it's fucking cute. So I'm Unkie Jiggy, and when you become like an auntie, unkie, whatever, like your mind is gonna blow up.
Yeah.
Because it is the most cute thing, and when they get smiling, oh God, it's fucked.
You need a baby, I feel.
Oh God, but I love children. Like I was a music teacher, and I would be a music teacher if I wasn't
Doing what you're doing.
doing this. Just because I love teaching kids things.
It's so
And
sweet.
kids like me. Dogs and kids like me a lot.
That makes sense. But you
Yeah.
have like a childlike energy to you.
Yeah.
So
I am very
you're-
childlike.
You're like one of them.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
get each other. We'll be like sitting at dinner, and then like a little kid will just come up to me and just be like for no reason. And I'll be like, hey, buddy. And like dogs as well really like me.
That's a good sign about
know.
who you are and your soul, I feel.
Cushelle's dog Gracie like chose me straight up.
No way.
Was and yeah, just liked me straight up, which is nice.
Do you have pets?
No,
No.
I don't.
So you just have the one.
Yeah, we have Gracie, who's an old girl. She's about 14, and she's just so cute. She's got a little tiny body.
What kind of dog is it?
It's a little like terrier mix.
Okay.
Rescue dog. But her body, she's like a little loaf of bread. Like it's like this round sack of potatoes. It's great.
I need to meet this dog.
Yeah, she's so cute. And
I
she-
can't believe you live in LA and like we don't see each other more often. Like,
Yeah, I know.
run into each other more often.
Because we at the Abbey we ran into each other.
the Abbey. I ran into you at 41 too.
Yeah, 4100 classic place.
Yeah. He's
Um,
not going there.
I feel like I'm just not here enough, but I want to start being. But I'm about to go on tour. But just recently, I had so much work in Australia, so it's a lot of like going there. And now in a few days, I'm going to London, so I'm just a little bit all over the place. But I want to be here more.
Yeah, I'm sure it would be nice. Is it? Obviously you're good at balancing your relationship with Chriselle, but is it hard to balance friendships when you're bouncing around so much?
Yeah, I think it's hard to balance just life.
Yeah.
Like I'm always working, I fit in my family and my friends in Chriselle, but like definitely friendships. It's like a lot of, you know, Snapchat. I'm had the same friends since I was like 8, so I'm in the same friendship group my whole life.
That's nice.
So
Are they all in Australia?
yeah, so they're all there, and I'm, you know, always in the chat groups with them. And then like when I just went into Melbourne for a quick hot minute, like yesterday, like they all come over for dinner, and like I try make sure I see them all when I'm in town. But it's definitely hard. I think like my work-life balance, I work so much that like the last time I had a day where it's like, what do I feel like doing today? I can't remember.
That's terrible.
I know.
I feel like you deserve that.
I know. Like I can't imagine like waking up and being like, what do I feel like doing?
I can do whatever I want.
Yeah, because I've got so much on my plate.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you just have a calendar that's like full to the brim of like,
Oh yeah,
and then.
Yeah, up till like November.
That's
I
exhausting.
know what I'm doing on October 21st. I know what I'm doing on July 3rd. I know, like,
Is it nice at all just to have that much like going, so that you know you're never gonna?
I like going because I've like the ADHD thing. Like I love working, like I love it, and I love doing things. But at the same time, I'm like, God, I wish I had a day
Yeah.
where I could. But then also like I've got so much work I have to do. So then when I do have a day where it's like I need to just like choose what I want to do today, in the back of my mind I'm like, oh, I really should be working on my drum solo for the next tour, and
Yeah.
I'm not going to be able to fit that in any other day, so I kind of have to do that today.
Ugh.
Or I've got, you know, something else to do. So my work-life balance is not good. It's not healthy, and I'm not going to be able to do it forever. So I've got to work on that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like that's like how you lead to burnout, right?
Yeah.
But I'm sure you'll figure it out.
Yeah,
But also it's kind of awesome because I feel like so much your career is like blowing up, right? I feel like in the last even 2 years, it's gone from like
Yeah, it's going pretty
you're
good, I think.
on like hyperdrive,
Yeah,
which is awesome.
I think it's going pretty well. Like my last album I released last year went pretty well, and a big focus has been like trying to sell tickets in America. Because obviously being an Aussie artist, you can get stuck just being an Australian artist. And I did a tour. Well, I opened up for Fletcher, and then I opened up for K-Flay, and then I started getting my own fan base here, and then I sold out a tour last year, and now I've got another tour that I'm about to go on, which is almost sold out. So, you know,
Awesome. That's so awesome.
it's good to try go over to another market
Yeah, it is tough.
and have fans over there. So I'm really thankful for like anyone who wants to come see my show.
Yeah. Well, I have mostly American followers, so go see G's show.
What's up,
please.
Americans?
Worst Person Alive is like one of my favorite songs of all time.
Really?
Yeah, literally. Listen to it all the time. I'm
my
obsessed. And your cover of Cruel Summer obviously
Oh,
is
thanks.
incredible. Was that so cool with the Taylor Swift interaction of that?
Yeah.
Like, we have to talk about Taylor Swift just because her whole
The
album
album.
today.
Yeah, I was listening last night.
Yeah, I already did it.
Did
all
ya?
31 songs.
All 31, I know.
I did it.
I know. I was like, there's 16 songs in there. Oh, no, 31 songs.
I was listening to the first 16 when the 15 came
Same.
out. So I was like,
Same.
I have a whole night. I have things to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was up to like 3 doing it. And I was like, and then I woke up, I had a meeting, and then I was like, then you were late, and it was amazing because I was not ready. So it was perfect. But was that awesome, the Cruel Summer thing?
Yeah, for sure. I think I really love that song, and I wanted to make it my own kind of version, which was more drummy. And then I wanted to keep like the emotional core of the lyrics by adding like a string section. But I didn't think that Taylor would ever see it, to be quite honest, and to like it and think it was good.
It's awesome.
Was pretty. It's, you know, it was very cool.
That's so awesome. I feel like doing any cover, if like of a living artist,
Yeah.
there's like, obviously that's the biggest honor you could get is the
Yeah.
artist to like it and be like, good job with that.
Yeah.
And then one of the biggest artists in the world on top of that.
The biggest artist
Yeah.
in the world.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It was a very good day for me. I cried a lot of happy tears, and you know, I'm just stoked she liked my arrangement of it, because I like changed the key and the tempo, and I wrote all these new parts for it and just tried to make it what it would be like if it was on like my album. So, and for her to think it was cool was very groovy, and
That's so sick.
it was very cool.
That's so awesome. Also, like, you really made it your own. You really did. You know,
Yeah.
but with still honoring it as it was, which
Yeah.
is kind of, I feel like that's like the best thing that you can do with a cover.
Yeah.
And tough, I could imagine. I don't fucking know.
I just had fun with it. I didn't have a studio at the time, so I just had my MIDI keyboard in a spare bedroom in my house in Melbourne, and I was just staying up way too long, just fucking around making my little MIDI.
Was it
Strings
a
and
hyper
stuff.
focus for a second?
Yes, it was.
It was another
was.
hyper focus.
It was.
And we should hang out.
We should def hang out.
Yeah.
You were with the Beaches crew, weren't you?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. I'm playing a show with them in a few weeks.
Awesome.
It's
Where?
gonna- In Florida.
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 Every single syllable of Florida.
I pronounced that one.
Yeah, you got it.
I think it's something St. Petersburg, maybe.
Is it
I
like a
don't know.
pride thing?
No,
Just a show?
just a show.
Fuck. Well, I wish I could go.
I think that's the right place. I might have got that wrong. There's like a lot of dates and a lot of places in America. This place is huge, and you can go 1 hour one way and they speak different.
It's massive.
And you guys are into weird shit, and you eat different foods, and you talk funny, and there's cowboys here, and people wear cowboy hats.
It's true.
And then there's people who are like really hectic.
Yeah.
And then not, and some Uber drivers really talk a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
And there's earthquakes here too. And tornadoes. There's a whole section in America where there's fucking tornadoes going down. They've got sirens and everything.
Mm-hmm.
You can be,
That's where I'm from.
you can eat some sushi one day, and then there's an alarm going off, and you got to run for cover.
Mm-hmm.
It's a hectic place, America.
Literally. G-Flip explains America. That's it.
It's hectic. I learned cornhole the other day.
You've never played before?
That's-
Cornhole?
Yeah.
The game with like the
The
circles?
bags.
Yeah. What'd you think?
It's funny. It's funny because it's real basic game.
Very. You can't mess it up.
You can't, yeah, and you got to get it in.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, it's.
I'm done.
You guys are funny. Your squirrels are funny. There's heaps of funny shit about this place.
Are squirrels?
Squirrels.
Are they different?
We don't have them.
What?
There ain't no squirrels in Australia.
At all?
No.
Well, we also don't have the spiders and snakes and
Yeah, true.
shit that you have.
We have spiders the size of your hand. I would wake up and look in the corners of my room just expecting a this size spider, and like 3 times a year there would be one.
That's terrible.
They don't bite though. They're not harmful.
Are you scared of spiders?
Not a little bit of the bigger ones, but any of the small ones, no. And Chriselle is full arachnophobic.
No way.
Full arachnophobic, like, well, her legs fail and she falls to the floor, and it's a big deal, and big
Oh my
screams.
God. Has
Yeah.
she gone to Australia with you?
Yeah, she was very reluctant, and every time she comes, I get my whole house sprayed. Because if she finds if there is a spider in my house, she'll never come back.
Yeah.
So I get it sprayed
That's
every time she's visiting. They come over and they do the outside and the inside, and I'm just terrified of the day that there is a spider she sees.
And then
'cause-
she's going to be like, my stomach is really growling. Never come back. Do you hear this?
yeah, it's full on.
Yeah, it's not
It's full on.
serious.
It's full on
so
making
serious.
sounds.
Wait, do you have any phobias?
The thought of being buried alive.
I was going to say I'm claustrophobic.
I'm claustrophobic.
That's the only one.
Because I think when I was younger, my sister zipped me up in a beanbag, and then that made me a bit scared. And then one time I was in a hotel as a kid, and I slipped down the side of the bed with my arms and legs enclosed, and that made me a bit scared
Yeah.
of small spaces because I couldn't escape.
That'll do it.
Yeah.
The thought of like going head first, like climbing into like a cave or something, and then not being able to get out backwards, that is the freakiest thing to me.
Yeah.
So claustrophobia too.
Yeah, claustrophobic, and kind of don't want to bungee jump ever.
No need.
I would maybe jump out of a plane, but bungee jumping, the thought of,
Is that you now?
that was my tummy.
Okay. We need to eat. Clearly. It's like an ultrasound. Wait, do you want to
Oh my
carry
God.
a baby?
No, I don't want to carry a baby.
No.
I have dreams though. I have
being
dreams that I
pregnant?
have sex with boys.
Me too.
Do you?
Yeah, but specifically, I give blowjobs.
Oh, whoa.
Isn't that terrible?
Whoa. Big dicks, small dicks. What are we working with?
Anything, all the time. It happens often. And
Wow. I don't suck dick in my dreams. I'm just getting penetrated.
is it a bad dream to you?
I'm kind of, yeah. But sometimes in the dream I'm enjoying it. But it's weird. It's like I'll wake up and I'll be like, babe, I had sex with a guy last night.
Yeah.
It happens.
Mine in the moment doesn't feel like a nightmare, but when I wake up, I'm disturbed.
Can't believe you're sucking all this dick in your dreams, Shannon.
It does not make any sense. I don't know why. Something is going on.
No, I think I would like to know other queer people if this happens to you, because it's like once every 2 months.
Yeah, it has to be common, right?
Yeah, it must be. I don't know.
I hope. I know. I mean, I definitely have sex too sometimes.
Wow.
But the maybe it's just because the blowjobs is so traumatizing. I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah, the trauma
What
comes
was I
back.
doing last night?
Wow, that's full on. Do you ever just walk out and say to your housemate, they're like, how's your sleep? You're like, oh,
Yes.
sucking dick last night.
I do. I'm like, I had another blowjob dream. Like, I don't know what's going on.
dreams.
Yeah. So please tell me that you've had one of these also.
That's
followers.
hectic.
Wait, okay, but we both definitely have ADHD. So you wouldn't want to carry the baby though?
No.
Okay.
The thought of carrying a child doesn't thrill me.
Yeah.
And it's not something that I would want to do. Like if my sister couldn't have a baby, or there was some circumstance where I needed to,
Do it
for the team, then I would, but I would fucking hate every second of it, because the thought of it, it's just
doesn't
not
sound right.
Yeah, it's just not for me. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, good
Do
thing
you want to?
Sometimes I'm like, yeah, I feel like I could do it. Like the thought of, I have dreams about being pregnant too, and I'm like, I feel like
Really?
it would be kind of cute. Like the thought of it is kind of cute to me.
Hello.
Wearing these little outfits and then being like pregnant.
Yeah, but
But-
then there's gonna be a little
Yeah.
thing inside that's like,
Swimming around inside
Yeah.
of me. Yeah, I don't know. I think the thing that is attractive to me about it is just that I think it's such a beautiful like phenomenon. Like how amazing are women that they can do that, and I'm like crazy. I'm kind of one of those. So
Yeah.
if I wanted to,
it is
maybe
it
me
is
too.
spectacular and beautiful, and like it's like a whole nother thing.
It's like the most badass thing I feel like you can do. That's
It's fucking badass.
yeah, that's what attracts me to it.
Yeah,
but
it's fucking. And imagine smacking out twins.
I don't want to
Or
imagine
triplets.
How is it possible?
Octuplets.
I don't want to think about that.
I reckon you could be an
No.
octuplet mama.
No, no, that would ruin me. But I do not have childbirthing hips either.
Yeah.
And that actually does scare me, because I think your body can a little bit change after you give birth
Yeah.
and become a little more like feminine. And I kind of am obsessed with the fact that my body is not that feminine.
Yeah, same.
Like if my boobs got pretty like big, I don't know what I think I'd be feeling
You
weird.
got big milky tits.
I don't know if I could do that part,
Yeah.
you know?
I've got a secret big set of titties under here, but
No
I
way.
wear binders. But I've got a pretty like. I think every person I've ever had sex with is always like,
shocked.
holy shit, what the fuck? Everyone.
The binders they work wonders.
Chriselle thinks that I have bigger boobs than her.
No way.
Yeah.
No way.
She fully is like, you've got bigger boobs than me. I'm like, they're kind of the same, similar, but I do have actually quite a set of titties.
I guess that actually is like making me feel better, because I'm like, I guess if they got big, I could just wear a binder.
Yeah.
If I
Like I
wanted to.
smash them down with a binder.
Yeah, I could do that.
Yeah.
Do you want to keep them forever?
I think at some stage I'll end up chopping them off.
Yeah.
I see that in my future, but right now at the moment I'm content. I've got so much work. I also, when you chop your tits off, you can't.
I know. What would you
your
do?
arms like drumming, I'd be fucking out for a while. So I feel like I'd have to strategically plan it out. Yeah. But right now the binders are working fine. My schedule's too hectic to do it. And it's like the body dysphoria of it doesn't affect me too much that I like hate myself when I look in the mirror. Like I kind of still feel like myself even though I've got a set of tits, but I know at some stage I'll probably want to go stop, chop them off.
Even the way you said that, it like sounds like they're a foreign entity on your body. I've got a set of tits. Like they're like not yours, but they're there.
Yeah.
They come with me where I go.
Yeah. They come around.
They come around.
They come around with me.
Okay, well, I feel like we talked about so much. Did you have fun?
I had so much fun.
Okay. I'm like, we both should eat food.
Food should be on the priority list.
Yeah. Okay.
I always forget. I think that is also just an ADHD thing.
It is, especially in the it's just in the morning.
Just
then
in the
then I
morning.
get so hungry that I'm like, whoa, did I eat today? And then I'm like, no. And then
I love cookies.
do you?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Do you eat them in the morning? Because
if I have them left over from the night before.
you'll eat them.
Do you like cookies?
Yeah, I love cookies. I had cookies last night.
From where?
This place called.
Do you know Insomnia Cookies?
Yeah, of course.
I love Insomnia
Of
Cookies.
course. The place I got them from was called something about
What's your favorite food?
probably pasta.
I love pasta.
Yeah.
I love pasta.
I like vodka sauce.
I love vodka sauce. I love a spag bowl. I love the tagliatelle.
Mm-hmm. What's your favorite food? Just cookies?
Pasta and cookies. I love pasta and cookies.
And this is why little kids love you. They're like, we're the same.
Yeah. Pasta and cookies and maybe a not just pasta and cookies.
Do you feel like what kind of questions do you think you'd ask if you had your own podcast?
What do you like cookies?
What's your favorite food? Yeah.
Yeah. Are you into cookies? If I had a podcast, I don't know. I've been asked to do a podcast before.
Really?
Like agencies who put podcasts together have kind of wanted to poach me to do one.
Mm-hmm.
I just talk about shit, I think.
Yeah.
I think I'd get deep on some levels, but the other side would just be really surface level funny weird shit.
Yeah. I feel like you would be a great podcast host.
Yeah, it's just a lot of effort.
It's a lot of talking.
Are you tired?
I'm a little tired.
Yeah, and then you edit everything.
Yeah. But I love it for the guest aspect of it because
You've had some cool people.
so cool. Like I'm so stoked that you're here, and I think that for like I've been online for so long and doing the YouTube thing for so long, and a lot of it was solo, and that's like so much of you coming up with like the ideas and like it's exciting that every episode is different and it all depends on who is sitting next to me, you know?
Yeah.
And everyone has such interesting stories to tell. I think the one thing, the pressure I feel is I just want to make sure I'm like asking the right questions so you get like the cool parts of people because everyone is cool. And
Everyone
I
is
just want to like
cool.
highlight them in the best way.
How funny are people?
So funny.
We're all
So weird.
walking around.
So weird. And I'm stoked too with the queerness of it all because I'm like, these are the conversations I want to hear or would have wanted to hear when I was younger.
Yeah.
Even literally like that a lesbian I looked up to had a blowjob dream. I would have loved to know.
It happens.
It happens. G, what do you have going on? What should people look out for?
What should you look out for?
Tour?
I'm going on tour in May and June around the USA, and I'm going to be coming maybe to a place near you, and you should come to the show because it's a fun show. And I play lots of drums, and I have a sing, and I like to hang out, and I like playing music, so you should attend.
I concur. You should attend. I want to
Yes.
attend. Okay, yeah, and I'll have all of G's information in the bio below and the tour dates and stuff so you can check it out and see if they're coming near you. All right. Thank you for watching.
Bye, everyone. Have a splendid day.
This episode was sponsored by Hers. If you've ever taken a shower and you've left the shower and you're like, I could make a whole wig out of what just happened in there, maybe it's time to look into Hers. Thinning hair can be so stressful, and knowing there's a solution that could take just 3 to 6 months for your hair to start strengthening and growing in thicker and fuller, What are we doing? What are we wasting our time for? And it's 100% online. Start your initial free online visit today at forhers.com/Shannon. That's FORHERS.com/Shannon for your personalized hair loss treatment options. And one more time, that's forhers.com/Shannon. Individual results may vary. Compounded products are not FDA approved or verified for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription required. Prices vary based on product and subscription plan. See website for full details, restrictions, and important safety information. This episode was sponsored by Skims. If you've been looking for a bra that's supportive but also comfortable and lightweight and soft, look no further. I really do think you should try Skims. I think these bras are the only bras I'm going to wear from here on out. They are so comfortable and they look nice, and you can't see them underneath your t-shirt, which I love. Shop Skims Ultimate Bra Collection at skims.com and Skims LA flagship store on Sunset Boulevard. Yeah, we could be matching. After you place your order, please tell them that I sent you. Select podcast in the survey, and then in the drop-down menu, pick my podcast.